Hi there, this is Brett Thomson, the Superintendent at Carbrook Golf Club. It's been a little while since I've done an update, so I'm just going to get one last one before we get into the Christmas period, and you won't see me again until next year. So I'd like to talk about the rain that we've had out here over the past month. So for this month, we've had a lot of more rain than we normally have. We normally get an average at about 60 mil, but we're up to about 270 at the moment. So you can probably understand why the course is a little bit wetter and holding a little bit more surface water than usual. So that's a fair amount of rain that we've had. And on top of that, just for the whole year, just to put things in perspective, normally we get about a metre of rain, in total for the whole 12 months. So at this point, we're up to about 1.5. So we're about 500 mil above what we normally have this for the whole yearly period. So yeah, that's why it's staying wet out there. And now that the tide's up and, the water table's up, we can't get rid of it until the tide goes back down and it goes away. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So if you see a few areas, you'll sort of know a little bit more why the water's there now. So a couple of other things, through those periods where we do go out there and it is wet and we try and mow, it's really hard for us to mow through those areas and through that period, because the grass grows, it just accelerates. As soon as the sun comes out, you get 2-3 times as much more growth than what you normally get. You guys would probably notice it at home in your own lawns. You've mowed it one week, the next week it needs mowing again, and it just hasn't stopped for the last month for us, and probably almost 2 months when it started raining, at the start of October. So it's really difficult for us. We get out there and try and mow stuff. It might not look that great, but we just have to knock it down, because if you don't, it just gets out of control so fast. So you'll probably see a lot of grass clipping, a lot of scalping around the place that. We just have to do that. And normally when you go to do that, you probably know your own lawn, if you let it grow too big and it's too thick, you got to slow down. It takes a little bit longer to get through it, or your mowers stall. That's the same for us out here. Every time we go mow somewhere, it could take you twice as long, just to give you an example, to mow. So instead of getting around the course in 2 days, it might take us the whole week to get there, and then we just start again, backtracking to try and cut it down. So that just shows it's just taking up a lot of our time, especially mowing rough. We could have 3 guys out there throwing 3 people out at for 3 or 4 days of the week. And then we've also got to do the fairways as well. You've probably seen the fairways haven't been too bad, but I'd probably say over the last couple of weeks with this rain, they're just starting to get a little bit messy. They're just getting a little bit wet for us. You'll see a few spots where it's a bit muddy and stuff. So we really just need that to dry out so we can get a nice clean cut on. That might take us 2 weeks to get there, because you might have to cut it 4 or 5 times to get it back to good playing conditions of what we call acceptable. So if you see that, just think of that, if your ball, if there's a bit of bloody debris, or there's some grass clippings and stuff all over the place, that's just how it is, and we're trying our best to get there. We'll go out with the blower, our big blower, and try and blow all those grass clippings away. We might not get to all the rough, but we'll definitely get to all the fairways, and we'll get them off the tees and stuff like that. So even with the greens are similar as well. They're just accelerating and growing and growing. You've probably noticed over the last few months since we renovated, they've actually come back to a pretty good playing standard now. So this should be good coming in over the Christmas holiday period for everyone playing golf. So I know everyone else will be on holiday, so you get out there and play a bit of golf. It's probably the best time of year, even though it's going to be a little bit busier. So anyway, that's probably about all I really need to wrap it up for this year. So, everyone have a great Christmas. Wish you all the best, and Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the New Year's. Hi there, this is Brett Thomson here from Carbrook Golf Club, the Superintendent. Just stuffed that already. See yous.